Imagine you're a youth worker assigned to running an evening program at the local youth centre. There's a rule in the youth centre that anybody who uses racist insults will be banned for a period of time. On this particular day, there is a conflict between two young people at the youth centre, and one uses a racist insult towards the other. Your colleague is supervising when the conflict occurs, and knows that the young person who said the insult is being frequently bullied by a racially identified gang and has a range of distressing things going on in their life and has limited support at home. Your colleague decides not to enforce the rule. What would you do in this situation? Let's ask a local youth worker.
Hi, my name is Dylan Hanane. I work at Maribyrnong Youth Services. I'm the youth outreach worker, and I also run a hip-hop program for young people. So I've been living and working in Footscray and in the surrounds for the last 8 years. Just such a vibrant place with a lot of cultures. It's a very multicultural place, so you have a lot of newly arrived communities coming to Footscray and the surrounds. Within that, we have a great range of music, a great range of food, and good harmony of all these cultures living together. I think it's always been that way, and hopefully it always stays that way because it's a real strength of the area.
How would you problem solve this scenario?
First of all, I would split up both young people. I would let the young person who has been racially vilified, I would let them know that this young person has a lot of other things going on, and I would try and help them to understand that it was maybe out of anger or out of an emotion that is from somewhere else.
Why would you approach the people in this scenario separately?
Because there's already an altercation, so they might be feeling like they don't want to be next to each other and not in the same space, and I would ask them to apologise to the other young person for what they've said. And I think talking with them one-on-one would work better than talking to them in front of the other young person, because that might upset them. I would also encourage that we have a chat after, just so that we would also be able to talk about the other issues that are going on with that young person.
How might you work with a youth worker who has decided not to enforce the rule?
I believe they would just let me know the background of what's going on. We've seen that the youth worker has used language like ethnically identified gangs, so maybe they've got a bias, or maybe they have had a situation or incidents with that gang or people from that background. So we would need to maintain the practice responsibilities, which is the anti-oppressive and non-discrimination, equity and self-awareness.
What guidance does the Code of Ethical Practice provide in this scenario?
Some of the principles would be the safety of young people, the respect for young people's human dignity and worth, so need to also identify that the young person is distressed from incidences that have happened, but it doesn't mean that we can react in that manner. So also within the practice responsibilities, collaboration and cooperation is essential, because communicating with other workers to make sure that they're also maintaining the young person's privacy and confidentiality as well. Within that, we need to make sure that all workers are pretty much keeping to these practice responsibilities. Race discrimination.